Hello, it's Jennifer McGuire again for twopeasinAbucket.com, and this is another video on dimensional pearls and stickles from Ranger. Here are a few cards that I did using these products, and I'm going to talk about using them for creating unique backgrounds. First of all, I wanted to show you just like a pearlized marble background. This is really striking in real life. It's similar to what I showed you with paint dabbers, but you get a really neat pearlized, vibrant look with these. You can get a close-up look of what I did here. I used a terracotta and cranberry color for this one. First of all, I just squeezed out the terracotta and cranberry paints, dimensional pearls, onto my craft sheet, and I'm using the gray side of the Ranger Cut and Dry. The gray side doesn't absorb or take in the paint, so you can just kind of push it around to get a really good thick covering like I am here. And this is just regular white cardstock. Now you could also apply this in swipes or whatever you want. Here you can see the pearlized shine to it. It's not dry here, but the shine really stays. You can see it in this picture here. And then I just stamped and embossed some hearts to go with it. Next, I just wanted to show you Embossed Resist. It's like you would do with any other Embossed Resist, but you're going to use the dimensional pearls for this. So I'm going to start out by taking this great flourish border from Hero Arts, and I'm taking the clear embossing ink from Ranger. I'm just going to stamp it on regular old white cardstock. You can use watercolor for this if you plan to add water to your dimensional pearls, but I just use regular cardstock for everything else. So now I'm going to heat emboss it with white. You could also use clear embossing powder. I just like to use the white. It just kind of makes it a bit more striking. And then I just flicked off the extra powder, and I'm going to zap it with my heat gun. After it's dried, I'm going to go back and add lots of different colors of dimensional pearl. I think I used cranberry and then the purple color and one other dark color. And I'm using the gray side of my cut and dry again, and I'm smearing it on. You can see how using the gray side just spreads it around real good, and you'll see the other side a little bit later. So I'm just piling the different colors of paint on. You can make it so you can see the variations in paint color more, or you can just mix them together like I am. There's a lot that you can do with these paints. Now I'm going to take my my water mister, the mini mister from Ranger, to add some water to it. Now you can see I'm using the white side, the foam side of the cut and dry, so it's kind of absorbing off some of the color, because I wanted to have like a washed out watercolor look. But you can do both. It really doesn't matter. And here you can see the Embossed Resist shining through there in the middle. Now this one's a little bit different. It's called Kissed Watercolor Background. I didn't know what else to call it, but you can see it just a little bit here in the picture. The picture didn't really capture it, but on that pink I did a kissed watercolor background. I'm starting with some watercolor paper here, but I'm sure you could do it with regular cardstock too. So I'm putting the same colors on here, and I'm spreading around with the white side so that I get just kind of a thin layer to start out with. Then I just sprayed a little bit of water on there because I wanted to get this surface pretty moist. So I'm spraying some water on there, and then I'm going to go back and add some more color onto this. I wanted just to make it darker. It was ending up too washed out. So I'm going to smear some more color on here. And so this has got a good amount of paint on here, and it's pretty wet from the misting. Now I'm taking a completely dry stamp. This is a Hero Art stamp, completely dry, no ink on it, nothing, and I'm pressing it to it, so I'm kissing it, kind of removing some of the moisture and some of the paint from it. And now I'm going to zap it with the heat gun. So you can just see it's real subtle here, but really pretty in real life because it's got that pearlized look to it since we're using dimensional pearls. And there you can see it again in the background. Then I just stamped some butterflies and made the antennas out of liquid pearls. Now I want to show you a little bit with stickles too. This is for creating backgrounds on fabric. I love to do this technique. It's just a piece of fabric. I believe this is some sort of canvas, something inexpensive, and I'm covering it with a thin layer of the antique linen distress stickles. This looks really good on the canvas because it looks like little chips of gold. It's really striking on this fabric. And I know that Tim has some new distress stickles coming out in pewter and some other colors, Really looking forward to getting those. And you can see here how pretty it looks on this fabric. Works with all different kinds of fabric. And you can see the light catching it here on this card, and I put little dots of the stickles on the stamped images so it would match. And then I also wanted to show you can use the dimensional pearls on fabric too. So you can see kind of here that you can get some of like a pearlized look to your fabric. Really unique. So you can see that there's a lot that you can do with your dimensional pearls and stickles to create backgrounds. And if you have any more questions, be sure to visit twopeasinabucket.com, and this will be on the July 24th post. Thanks for stopping by.